So I guess it's finished. Everton 2, Leicester City 1. There is the question. Have we bottled it? Are we bottling it? We've got 2 points out of a possible 9. Forget the FA Cup. It's all about Champions League. We're out all the cups. I want to know, have we bottled it? Are we bottling it? What do you know? Get your views in. Get your comments in. This is your Fan Zone show. Get your views in. Let us know what you want to say. Come on the link. Tell us by video. Put the comments in. So, yes, I want your views. It's all about your views. This is your post-match show. You can say what you like. I put the link out there and I'll drop it into the comments box as well in a second. So if you want to come on live on the video, click on the link and come and tell us. Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm not. The question I want to know from all of you is, have we bottled it? Are we bottling it? It's not over yet, but what are we doing? If we want to get into the Champions League, what are we doing? Second half, personally, I thought we gave it a reasonable go. I thought we gave it a pretty good go. But to be fair, we only scored because their defender kicked it against Nacho and it rebounds in. Let's be honest about that. That was what happened. It was a lucky goal we got. Quite a few shots from outside the area going nowhere near the target. Jamie Vardy, did he touch the ball in that second half in an attacking frame? Not much. Trying not to be too critical, but what I want is and your views. Let's try and get a few in before we get in Tom and Jamie, who are waiting to come in. Callum says it was disappointing. Mark saying, why is it still tip-tap route football? No urgency in the last 15 minutes, but look better in the second half. I think you're right, Jason. I thought we'd have got a bit more. Nacho finally comes on and guess what, scores. He did, Lewis, but let's be fair. It got kicked against him and went in. Let's not give him too much credit there. Andrew's saying it's not over till the fat lady sings. Jason is saying kiss goodbye to the top 4. It's like we are locked down with the ghost of Club Well, says Andrew. Listen, at least Brendan made changes at half time. At least he made changes with 15 minutes to go, so you could say he had a go. Jamie Vardy must feel like he's playing in Puel's team. Terry says not much to say about that. Reese is saying it's difficult to take. Gray corner, yes. 6 minutes to go. Damari Gray can't even put the ball into the box from a corner. It's their first man. Beyond frustrating, Jason. I saw that as well. Vardy is a waste of time when teams defend deep, offers nothing. Better second half, says Reese. Still not good enough. Ian Widdowson says game over for the Champions League. Listen, let's bring in Tom. Let's bring in Jamie. Let's bring in Locks as well. Tom. There's Jamie. A lot of sad-looking faces. There's Locke. Who wants to go first? Hands up.
Tom.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate. Chuck me under the bus. I feel like Rogers now.
Yeah.
What can you say? You know, if you want to get in the Champions League, you've got to play for 90 minutes. First 45, absolutely abysmal. I mean, you can't give... The first goal is soft for me. That's so easy to get in the channel and pull it back. I mean, what can you say about the penalty? How many times this season has the VAR not given us a decision for a handball in the box? And then for me, there's a foul on Soyuncu firstly, who gets absolutely taken out. And then the ball does hit Ndidi. I'm not going to say it doesn't, so you could give him a handball for it. But you've got to look at the whole situation. There's a foul in the box on the build-up. So why is that not being given? The second half, a lot better. A lot more movement, a lot more passing. The passing was more snappier. There was a lot more tempo to a game. We opened Everton up for fun at times. Like I said on Monday, when we play our A game at the top end, no one can get near us. But we don't do it enough. And sadly, we ran out of puff with 10 minutes to go, really, because Ancelotti, world-class manager, knew where the tactical changes need to be, brought another central midfielder on, brought a big man at the back, and went, go on then, try and break through that wall. And we couldn't. We had one chance, and that was Perez, who shot deflected wide.
Come on, Jamie. Cheer us up.
Cheer you up? Oh, I can't do that tonight. I'm just disappointed. I mean, he made the subs at half time. The first 15 minutes, we looked quite good. We scored. Maddison looked good. Then he takes Tillemans off and drops Maddison back and puts Perez there. I don't understand why he did that. We were looking so much more better when Maddison was playing as a false 9 or whatever you, false 10, whatever you want to call it nowadays. And then he makes changes and then it brings Everton back in the game. We were looking far the better team in that second half. Yes, we were better, but we just weren't clinical enough. And then they bring that Mina on and they play 3 at the back. And then we haven't got a Scooby-Doo what to do at all. We really haven't. Chilwell was trying to put crosses in, but there was 3 big men there. There's nothing. We've got nothing on that bench to change again. We've been saying this for ages and ages. We've got nothing to lump it up, apart from if we do your favourite, Phil, putting a big Wes up there for the last 5 minutes. Other than that, we have got there's nothing to lose. There would have been absolutely nothing to lose. And then, again, the last 2 minutes of injury time, what are we doing? Playing it round at the bloody back. Evans, Soyuncu, Chilwell, so passing it across 50-odd. I don't understand what the point is. I really don't. Go for it. Chuck the ball into the box. Get a knockdown. Get something. Nothing. Put Soyuncu up there. Put Evans up there just to win the ball. Calvert-Lewin was doing it all day long quite easily. I really don't know what the answer is. I was looking forward to this restart, but now I'm feeling so... Well, I better not swear because it's a kid show.
Where do we go from that, Locks? Jamie's bursting a blood vessel. Listen, one question I want to ask you, Locks. I can't keep up with these rule changes. I'm still getting used to the fact we can have subs on the pitch at all. Let alone, did we have one more substitution we could have made or not?
Yeah, we did. We did.
My ridiculous theory of throwing Big Wes on at least for the last 5 minutes could have still happened. Not that he'll ever do it.
Yeah, I mean, our bench isn't the strongest, but like Jamie said, there was literally nothing to lose. You could have put anyone up. You literally could have thrown Danny Ward up just to mix things up. You could have done anything. I mean, what Tom was saying about the penalty, the handball, I think it probably was a handball if the ref saw it at first, but. Every time the VAR come out and have a speak about this, they say it's for clear and obvious errors. I don't get how you can look at it for 3 minutes and then say that it was a clear and obvious error. Like, it's clearly not. And obviously, Calvert-Lewin did pole vault Soyuncu in the build up of that. And other teams have been playing basketball in our box all season. And none of it's been given. I just don't understand. I can't be bothered to go into the VAR debate because there's no point. It is what it is. But
no, not because I don't like it.
No, exactly. I mean, in theory, obviously today the second half was obviously a lot better. Well, the majority of the second half, and we were speaking earlier about the drinks break. In the Chelsea game, Lampard seemed to kind of use that, and he kind of outmanaged Brendan. I think you could see, I don't know if you saw it, but he looked a bit more lively in that drinks break. He kind of, we were a bit fired up after that, but like Tom said, it's Carlo Ancelotti. He's going to know how to defend the game in those situations. And, if we were against a lesser side, then we may have got an equaliser tonight, but we're not going to do that against Everton.
Phil, that Martin Shepherd keeps putting handball penalty. Yes, it was a handball. It was a penalty. But what about the one with Seamus Coleman with his hands down his side? What about the one against Brighton with Dunk with his hands in the air? What about the one at Kevin De Bruyne against Man City? What about the one at Liverpool when Soyuncu had his hands behind his back and it literally just clicked his out and they gave a penalty? I'm sorry, this VAR is absolutely ruining. There's no consistency in any penalties whatsoever, and we seem to be at the end of them all. Yes, it hit Ndidi hand, I'll give you that, but to take 2.5 minutes to decide over a penalty, if the ref didn't see it, it's it. You can't it wasn't clear and obvious.
Jamie, listen, I hear what you're saying, but Tom, I for one am not going to sit here after three league games on that FA Cup thing and I just think VAR is just what VAR is. Generally it gets it more right than wrong. It's our form I'm more worried about. And the question I put on the screen at the start is, Tom, have we or are we bottling it?
4 wins in 17, no wins in 10 now. The stats don't lie, does it really, that we are on one way and that's going backwards. Not in the way we developed as a team, but at the moment, for some reason, it's just not clicking. And it seems to me that either the pressure's got to them or something else has happened in that dressing room. This doesn't go back before just to the restart, like we said on Monday night. This goes back to the Norwich at home. Ever since Norwich at home, something has not been right in that dressing room for me. We do not look anywhere near the shadow of the team that went and win 8 Premier League games in a row. And teams in the Premier League don't win 8 games in a row unless you're playing with confidence and an ability to do what the manager's asking you to do week in, week out. Play for 90 minutes. And we were playing 90 minutes every game in that 8 wins in a row. And Sunday, we've just gone, literally just gone to pot. And like I say, the stats don't lie. 4 wins in 17. I'm not going to sit here and say all these people saying Rodgers out, because that's just ridiculous. At this point to the season, let's sack him. What's the point? We're 3rd in the league. I know, but by the end of the night, we're probably going to be 4th. Do you know what? If we finish 6th, can we moan it's been a bad season? Very disappointing at the end of the season to finish 6th after being 3rd for so long, knowing that we had 7 games to go in the season and it was in our hands to win the games, get Champions League football after being there for so long. Very disappointed if we don't get that Champions League spot. You know, Europa League, yeah, it's nice and everything that, but then do fans want to be playing on a Thursday and a Sunday?
I'm going to bring in Sean, who's waiting here. Sean, hopefully you can come in. Don't forget, if you're watching this, you can click on the link I've put in there. Sean, what would you like to say, mate?
You know what? I'm listening to you guys. I'm reading the comments. I've actually got the Chelsea game on right now in front of me as well. Fingers crossed for West Ham.
Come on, you Hammers.
Yeah. Don't always want to obviously go for, you know, other teams to do the job for us. But hey, you know, must needs right now. So yeah, come on, Hammers. The comments coming in about Brendan Rodgers being sacked. You know, he needs to go. Not at all. Not at all. Actually, I had a rant.
Sorry, mate. Someone just put Steve Bruce. Oh my God!
I saw that. No, you're all right.
Wow.
Well, they beat Bournemouth 4-0 today.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Sean, people are saying have the players down tools again. They look like they put decent effort into me, Sean, in the second half.
Yeah, do you know what? I said it Sunday. You know, you look at Sunday's game against Chelsea. Lampard made 3 changes half time, and look at those 3 changes. They actually changed the game in Chelsea's favour. We make 2 changes at half time today. You know, Maddison on, Iheanacho on. I was a bit wary about Iheanacho. I always am. But wow, we changed the game, and actually they had to defend. And I've just said it at full time. If Everton went any more defensive, all 11 players are on their goal line. How do you break that down? You can't. You know, Richarlison came off and the game changed. To me, it shows that that's one man that's changing the game for them, and we don't have that. I don't know, obviously, what your thoughts are on that.
I think it's just frustrating, and I think people have said it before. People have said that have teams suss Leicester City out. If you're watching this, I want to know what you think to that. Have teams sussed us out if they just nullify us in the middle? If they can stop the supply to Jamie Vardy, we can't score a goal. Let's face it, we had Ben Chilwell scored a great goal against Watford, but that was it. And then Nacho's today, they kicked it against Nacho. And to be fair, the closest apart from that we came was when Jordan Pickford, for whatever reason, missed the ball, and what's his face, King. They're our 2 best chances. We can't score. We have so many shots from the edge of the area that went nowhere near the penalty box, Jay, mate.
Well, yeah, Maddison, when he came on, he had 2 shots that went sky high when he was on the edge of the penalty box. Surely players that are earning a fortune and practice day in, day out can hit the target. We need to learn to hit the target, because I think we've only had a handful of chances on target so far in these 4 games. Got to learn to start hitting the target. We really have. It's just getting worse. We're going to drop it. Tom was saying about we're finishing 6th and playing Europa League. Arsenal are only 9 points behind. I know there's only 6 games left. The way they're playing now, I'm struggling to think we'll even make Europe.
Phil, can you bring a point up on there, mate? Mark Gazard. That's the best we've played since the start-up. I agree with you. That's the best we've played. We are heading in the right direction. Got to look on the positive. All this negative rubbish is no good. Keep the faith. we can't just have 145 minutes in the last 17 games or so where you go, oh, we played well. There's a positive. Come on. I mean, there's something not right. And 45 minutes of football is not going to change the way the fans are feeling. We pay our money to watch the team play well and do well. Very disappointing that we've, lost another game of football. Like, every fan should be disappointed. If we'd lost and played really well for 90 minutes, I could sit here and defend people, but it's another 45 minutes we've chucked away before we've actually started playing football again. And it's not the first time in this last 17 game we've done that. It's taken 45 minutes to eventually get going. You can't do that in the Premier League. And if you do that in the Premier League, you'll find out what happens. You go 2 goals down. And it's a lot harder to come back from 2-0 than it is 1-0.
Colin Ross has joined us. Ross, what's your views on today?
Oh, wow. After 15, I couldn't believe it. We started well, and then they just had 1 goal, heads drop. The VAR, I mean, yeah, I agree. It was a penalty, but taking 2.5 minutes, that's ridiculous. But then again, we don't get a penalty. It's basically, they don't want little Leicester in the Champions League. Just think about it. We had a penalty, Rudiger, the same thing. When he hit his hand,
yeah,
like I said,
yeah,
never got a penalty. The one against Brighton last week, yeah, it was a boring game, but should have had a penalty. What else we got? I could go on, but we'll be here all night. There's no winning 10. It's disappointing. The actual score reminded me of the Chris Wood goal, and he just hit his head and went in. But it's just, I can't really think. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. It is. It's always frustrating being a Leicester fan, no matter where we are, whether it's Championship League 1 or the Premier League. And no winning 10. Do you know what this reminds me of at the minute? So you might all remember when, if back in 2000-2001 season, we were 3rd in the league. We lost to Wickham, and then we lost 9 in a row.
Yeah.
We went from 3rd to 13th. And I would say, I hope that doesn't strike twice. But the way we're playing at the minute, we might even drop out of Europe. Forget about Champions League. Forget about Europa League for now. Yeah. The way we're playing, we'll end up being 8th. Because Wolves are catching up. I don't know what Chelsea's score is at the minute. I was watching it, but my son's playing Star Wars, so I can't watch it. Yeah, he's having fun.
Probably better.
He's having some fun, but I don't know what the score is. But, all these we need favours doing from things. We shouldn't be asking other teams to do us favours. We should be winning these games. We should be winning Brighton.
Right, guys, listen. I want to ask you. I'll start with Locks, and then we'll do Jamie, Tom, Sean, and Ross. A lot of people putting in the comments the saying Jamie Vardy we've been sussed out, and Jamie Vardy needs to be dropped for the next match. We need to try something different. Let's start with you, Locks. That's a big call, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big call. I think I would put money on all those people saying to drop Vardy are the same ones who kind of had a riot when Puel, replaced him with Gray. I don't think you can do that. Whether or not he's had only a few touches per game since the restart, you just can't. He's one of them players where you just can't. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I think maybe play Iheanacho up top. Maybe switch to the formation we played at the end of the game today. Maybe switch to a 4-4-2, but don't drop Vardy.
Go on, Jamie.
No, I agree with that. You can't drop Vardy because he's the only thing you've got out there that can score goals and win matches from any type of shot. But I think he's had in the 4 games, I think he's had 1 clear-cut chance and he pulled it against Chelsea. Other than that, he's had half chances here and there. And it's just they're not playing because I do believe that this lockdown, even before this lockdown, they have worked us out. You keep Vardy out of the game, and the goals don't come from anywhere else apart from Vardy, really. So if you've knocked him off his stride, then we're knackered. The goals don't come from anywhere else, I'm afraid. But you've got to keep Vardy in there and hope he'll just get 1 chance and then get the confidence. But we'll have to wait and see.
Tom?
I'm going to stand out the next ground and shout his bird to grass, see if it works. You can't drop the top goal scorer in the Premier League, 19 league goals, and then we're going to drop him for who? For Nacho? Love Nacho. I think he's done really well this season and come on leaps and bounds from when we signed him. But come off it. Let's either play Nacho up front, what I thought worked the second half. For me, the team that finished, well, not finished the game, but started that second half, Maddison and Nacho coming on, starts the game for me against Palace, because that's a must win now. You know, for me, don't care what anyone says. If we were to lose to Palace at the weekend, then I'd be really questioning what's going on, because no offence, I watched Palace the other night against Burnley and they looked terrible. They didn't look like a team that were doing much, and they're seeing the season out, they're safe. So for me, Vardy has to start. I'd play Nacho with him. I'd say I'd start with Tillemans and Diddy and Maddison in the middle again, and just go at him. Have a go at Palace. Let's not be scared against, because Palace got some quick players. Let's take the game to Palace from the start, because that's what we've got to do. We need a good first 45 minutes and a goal quickly, because if we let Palace settle, they'll do exactly the same that Everton did for the last 30. Defend for their lives.
Yeah.
But Sean, Palace won't be that scared about coming to Leicester on Saturday, will they?
I don't think anyone would be. I wouldn't be. I mean, you know, you could have Leeds, you could have, trying to think now, you could have Luton even come up to us. And I don't think that anyone would be scared right now. The way we're playing, no. Especially with Vardy. I said it on Sunday, you know, and I've seen a little bit at the end of the game. Vardy out on the left or on the right and cutting in. You've got no one man marking him to start with, which means, you know, he's free to do what he wants to do, which is what Vardy does.
Yeah.
Ross, I'll give you Ross your chance, and then I'm going to let you three lads at the bottom go. Ross, what do you think?
Do you know what? One question I'm thinking about Vardy. Do you think he actually needs someone to play with him? Someone that can hold the ball up, try and get it to Vardy? Because the way the crosses are going in today, it's like if we had a really tall striker, someone that's tough in the air, they would have got their headers. Maybe have got one of them got a chance of gone in. I've been saying this for a while, and I was saying whether we can play youth players or not, I don't know. I've been crying out for George Hurst to have a crack with Vardy or come on, because obviously Vardy's not getting the service. There's people, I can see the comments here. He's not getting the service. But what if he had someone with him, someone that's fresh, someone different? Because you just said then, a lot of you said then, it's been sussed out. Yeah. We've been sussed out. What if we brought someone in fresh that nobody knows about? Someone from the youth system. Because then we've got Palace Saturday, and the way we're playing the minute, I can't see us even getting a goal, never mind anything else. So
I'm going to let, thanks Ross, thanks Sean, thanks Locks. I'm going to let you lads go. If anybody else wants to click on the link before we finish, I'm going to let those three lads go. Jamie, your thoughts on Saturday?
My thoughts on Saturday, a bit like Ross said, if we're not careful, we get Palace, like you said, Phil, they've got some quick people up the top. Zaha, even Schlupp, they've got some quick people there. If we're not careful, we're going to get ripped to shreds. We really are. And with the confidence like dropping like a stone, it's not looking, I'm afraid it's not looking good. And this, I know this is not about Saturday, but people that are saying, oh, well, we're still in third, we got to a semi-final, we got to a quarter-final. It's not. It's about now. It's not about then. It's about now. And we're dropping like a stone. We really are. And Youngie's just said it. I'd love to have him up front. Bloody hell. Can you imagine having him up front now? There is too many times. We need someone on there to play like he does. We really do. But I'm not having this that people are saying, well, we're still having a good season because we're in third and semi-final and a quarter. It's not right. We're dropping like a stone, and we're going to miss the targets we wanted to miss. We've got to pick it up soon, lads. We really have.
Tom?
I'll just read that comment from Youngie. I mean, same where some of our comments are a bit donkey. God, come on, Youngie. You can't sit there and defend this. You might as well be on the Leicester City channel, because that's all they do is defend a bad performance. You know, the first 45 minutes was not good enough, and it hasn't been good enough for weeks. So I don't care we're third in the league. You know, that's going to disappear if we're not careful. What's the point of being third in the league if you finish the season? And the table doesn't lie when it finishes. If we end up finishing 7th, 8th. Can't turn around and say it's been a great season because we finished one place harder than we did last year. We finished 8th after being third in the league for most of the season. It's embarrassing, if I'm honest, to finish that low down.
I'm going to read out a few comments, chaps, just from the people before We see where we go. Ray is saying it's now or never, I believe. I do think Saturday is suddenly going to become a real pivotal match, because we've had 2 draws, which weren't great. We've had, forget the FA Cup, which was very disappointing. We've had today where there's, again, I'm sure the spiel from the club will be signs of positivity there, and positive this and positive that. But let's face it, we've lost. And I think Ray, when he says it's now or never, this will be my last question to Tom and people watching and Jamie, is is Saturday pivotal? If we do lose that or draw it, and that would be 4 games without a win, you just can't imagine it, can you, Jamie? Or can you?
Well, the way we're playing, yeah. The way we're playing, you can think, yeah, easily it's going to be 4 games, because we just don't look the team that we look like when we were winning. We won 8 on the trot. And we seem to be always going back to this Norwich game. Something has changed since then, that 1-1 draw. And it's just gone to pot since then. We were 12 points ahead. 12, I don't know, was it, Tom? 12 or 15 points ahead of 5th place or something. And we've just lost the plot completely. We just lost it completely. Just going downhill fast. And it's getting a bit worrying. Some people are saying playing Thursday, but I don't even think we'll be playing Thursdays next year, to be honest. I think Arsenal, the way they're playing, and we've got to play Arsenal, Spurs, Man U. We ain't got no easy games.
I mean, a few people have said Tom tonight was pivotal, and I think it was, but I'm on to Saturday and say we've got a home game against Crystal Palace. It's got to be a home win. It has to be.
I think you've got to look at tonight was pivotal for me, mate. A point would have been a good point on the road. You then go to Palace home and get 4 points in 2 games. Like you say, you take a little bit more confidence from yourself. Then you look at the last few games and you go, who's it? Arsenal, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Tottenham, and then Man U. At least you might have thought, well, we've got some chance of getting points against Bournemouth and Sheffield United on the board, and then pick up the draws against Man U and Tottenham and Arsenal to try and hold the rest of the pack away from us. But at the moment, I just don't see where this win's coming from, if I'm honest with you. I want to be positive as you can be, but the way we're playing and way it's taken 45 minutes to get that performance, what's Rodgers got to do in training over the next couple of days to make sure we're getting 90 minutes out of the boys for Saturday is crucial for me. If we don't win Saturday against an average Palace team, if we're honest about it, who are just hovering around mid-table, you could then look and think, well, you've definitely got to beat Bournemouth, you've definitely got to beat Sheffield United. Problem at that point is Wolves, Man United could be above us, and even if we've got this superior goal difference like people keep going on about, Man U now are only 10 goals difference between us. That's going to be easy for them to claw back. I'm not going to be funny. Man U went to score 3 against Bournemouth last night for fun, and it was fun. It was the most easiest game.
It was
Brighton last night, but we couldn't score a goal against Brighton. You know, that's the difference at the moment. Wolves, Man U have come back from that break and look fresh. They look ready to go. They look fit. They look hungry. That's the word I'm missing, hungry. We don't look hungry enough to win games at the moment for some reason.
I mean, who's in the changing rooms, giving it large in the changing rooms? Who's trying to G the players up? The manager should be doing that. Colo Touré should be doing that. The other, I can't think of his other assistant is. There ought to be someone there literally grabbing them by the scruff of the neck to G them up if they're down. But it doesn't. They just look like the same. But Rodgers seems to be sitting there. It doesn't seem animated at all. He just seems to stand there watching the game, writing in his little black book. Other than that, it doesn't seem like anybody's trying to pick him up and G him up. There's no one giving him the old war cry or whatever it is, like we've had before, the tough players that come in there, Stevie Walsh, that kind of player. There's no one there that can do that, and we've never had that for about the last 5 years. It should be Rodgers' job to do it, but it doesn't seem to be doing it.
So I'll just put on there, it comes down to the last game. I don't think it will do, if I'm honest with you, by then. I think the season will be done with it, because by now, Man U have got to play Aston Villa next, is it?
Yeah, well, you know the last game, Tom, when we play Man U, Wolves have got Chelsea.
Exactly. So it could be there, but at the moment, the way you're looking at Man U, they only need to get probably 3-4 more wins under their thing, and they're done. They'll be probably home and homes at that top 4. But you tell us where we're going to get 4 wins from at the moment.
I mean, at the beginning of this, we were saying, sorry, Tom, at the beginning of this, we were saying, at the beginning of the lockdown, the restart, we only need 4 wins.
Yeah.
God knows where we're going to get 4 wins from now. We've been in 3 games now, 3 league games. We've scored 2 goals. And we're dropping like it's. I like it. We're dropping like a stone. We really are. We need someone to go in there, kick up the arse, and get some passion. It's gone. The passion has gone. I'm afraid. There's no fight, no passion, no nothing in my mind. Absolutely nothing. And it's disappointing.
It is disappointing. Phil Simpson, I'm not going to put his comment on screen because he uses a naughty word in it, but he says, how have we come out of relegation? How have we come out of lockdown in relegation form? I think, Tom, the stats, like you said a few times, we did beat Villa just before lockdown.
Yeah, 1 win in 10, something like that. Missed that one off.
Yeah, what was it? 1 win
1 win in 10 now, is it? Something like that. But, like, look, come off and beat Villa. I mean, we're going to start bragging that we beat Villa 4-0. Look at every team beating Villa. They're poor, they're rubbish. They're going down because they haven't got a goal scorer. This is the team who's sitting third in the Premier League, who can't turn over Brighton, who can't turn over Norwich away. Before the lockdown, we lost 1-0 to Norwich. Norwich are losing every game.
If we hadn't broken our club record at the start and the early part of before Christmas, those, what was it, 8 games on the trot win, we'd be in a mess.
I mean, what's happened to the team that we beat Southampton and we beat Newcastle? We beat them 14-0 over the 2 games. What's happened? What's the difference? Which, to be honest, I put this in our comment, in the content team comment. We seem to be playing exactly the same football as what the last manager was playing. Back, side. There's no. It's not right. It ain't right. It's not changed in my mind. I got lambasted for being a Pure fan. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen. We're just not changed. I don't think we've changed at all, to be honest.
Can you put one up there, mate? Losing Pereira really hurts. Yes, it does. People don't realise how much that boy does for that right-hand side. Love Justin. Looks like he's going to be a quality right-back in the future for us. But the threat Pereira offers down that right-hand side, not because he goes to the byline, it's because he drifts inside and opens up so much space for wingers to go flying past him, or he goes down the line and before he knows it, he's gone into the penalty area, he's gone past the defender, no one can touch him. We do miss having him down there. For me today, look, Chilwell can sit here and you can lambast him if you want. For me, the first goal's Chilwell's fault. He's got to go and get hungry near to that, Richarlison in the box. It's too easy. He's got a tap in of 6 yards out, and Chilwell's standing there looking at his man and only reacts as the ball's going to his foot. He's got to know where he is. The first bit of play, though, the ball down the line, it's too easy. It's so easy to get in behind us at the moment and get the balls across the box. We've got to try and stop it. For me, I'd bring Fuchs on Saturday. I thought Fuchs would have started tonight. And people could say, yeah, but we lose that little bit of threat. At the moment, we need to steady this ship because at the moment, we're conceding goals for fun.
I want to just put on, I think we're going to end it in a minute. I just want to put on Imtiaz's comment, which I did put on. Let me find it again. Because this is Leicester City. We all know it. We followed Leicester City long enough, but he says we've done the greatest escape, and now we could be set for the greatest fall. I hope we're not, chaps. But hey, it's always
the way it's looking.
It's never straight.
No confidence.
Some great players, but let's listen. I think we've just got to get, as ever, we've got to get over tonight. We've got to get to tomorrow, and then we've got to ramp ourselves up and be positive for Saturday, haven't we?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, I was reading the comments on there. Sorry. I was miles away.
There, mate.
Say that again, Phil. Say that again. No, you can keep that comment on. Keep that comment on all the time.
It just tells you the state of people. People are saying Jamie talks so much sense. James, God help you, mate. Listen,
where's Mom?
I
know. James says, how can we feel positive? I think we'll just, but Saturday we'll all be back bubbly and positive. We'll have to be, and the players have to be, But
I think the only positive you can have, Phil, from that is we didn't play too bad, but it was just lacking in confidence.
Oh, I've not watched Brendan. I've not watched his post-match thing because obviously we've gone live, but I'm sure there will be some very pleasing moments today for Brendan and the.
Get that comment on. Get that comment on.
Which comment? What? Which one? From Ben? Oh, we love Tom. Oh, get that one off. Yeah. Get that one off.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, we all do this. We all have a different, I said it Monday night, we all have a different opinion. Everyone putting the comments in. It's brilliant because this is what this show's about. Like I said earlier, if people go on and watch the 100%, the real channel, I can't watch it because the first 5 minutes, everyone praises the performance on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're all here. We all should have different opinions. That's what makes football great. When VAR was brought in, I thought we might lose some of the controversy, like, as you say, it hasn't really. It's probably brought more controversy. But it's what it's here about, and the fans you make the show. So without you lot, we wouldn't be here sitting here doing this for 45 minutes after the full-time whistle. And
Phil, can you? Oh, sorry, go on. Phil, can you do me a favour? There's a comment from Joe Martin. He's watching from California. I think we ought to at least read it out. That's it. He's watching all the way from Venice, California. Drop Phil well and get Fuchs back in the first team. I need fresh, but I'm not going to disagree with it, to be honest.
I've got to be honest. Joe's photo.
He does look a bit like you, doesn't he, Phil?
The Interact has just put one for you, Phil.
Good lad, Imtiaz. Somebody has at least.
Well, you went to the... I love you, Phil.
We're ending with Imtiaz, who always...
Oh.
I always say he does, mate. Come on, let's finish it off. Let's finish it off. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Tom, Jamie, thanks for you guys.
Apparently on the next 007, you should look at the comment from Andy Meadows.
Oh, behave.
Thanks to Locks and Sean and Ross as well, who dialed in. We're always open. The links are out there for everybody to come on and have their say. Chaps, let's get ready to rumble on Saturday.
Come on, you hammers.
The Lockdown Showdown. Come on,
Showdown.
The Lockdown Showdown. That's a good one, that is, isn't it?
On the final countdown.
Yeah. Do.
Oh, dear. Look, at least
right, we're sounding a bit like AFTV here, aren't we?
We'll see you guys before Saturday.
Yes, we will. Bye-bye now. Stay safe.
Thanks, everybody, for all your comments. Ray, thank you for your comments. Casey, thanks for your comments. Andy Price, thanks for yours. I was going to put it on there. Joanna's telling Tom to get some optics. Graham, hoops to play. Jamie Vardy getting ready for another sponsored walk, says Daniel. Sean saying it was nearly 1-0 to Chelsea. Before I go, guys, I do want to just say, I don't want to end on a downer, but I am going to, because we did put a post out earlier, and I just wanted to pass on the really sad news on. A lot of you have seen it. A lot of you will know Ian Davidson. I met him on a bus on the way into Copenhagen in those Champions League days. I was just happened to be sat next to him on one of the fans' buses on the way from the airport to Copenhagen, and we got chatting about Leicester, as you do. I didn't have the foggiest who he was. He didn't know who I was. We were just chatting. And what a nice bloke. Since then, the last 4 years, I've seen him at the Riders because he does so much down there. I've seen him at Leicester City. He's come on this shows with us and chatted so much sense. The guy was literally an encyclopedia of football from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. He could name it every player. He knew all the results and who scored from games from last week, from the 60s and the 70s. He wrote a book on Keith Weller. He got 2 more in development. Sadly, passed away last night, aged only 63. So whatever happens on the football pitch, let's keep some perspective on it. Great guy, Ian Davidson, and will be missed. Very sad way to end, but just wanted to pass on my condolences to Ian's family and his son, who I've met as well. So let's get back to the football on Saturday, and hopefully for Ian, we'll get back to a win. From me, Phil, Leicester Fan TV, Tom, Jamie, all the crew, we'll see you next time.
Get on your feet! Don't sleep!